athletes?
By athletes.
Who ain't athletes?
Oh yes, baby. Game 7. Game 7. Game 7.
Yes, sir.
Playoffs are. Oh yes. Now the playoffs really get started.
Yes.
All the bullshit aside, we
Almost
get
there,
into it.
everyone.
All right, before we get into the questions, let's talk about this bet real quick.
Okay.
Oh, the bet. Okay, I'm ready to honor you. You gotta get. I'm not printing the shirt though. You gotta print the shirt.
I'll take care of that.
Yeah.
I'll take care of that.
I mean, I get the same guy who did my shirt.
Say no more.
Yeah,
It is.
I honor my bet. I honor my bet. And we might have another potential bet depending on who wins the next game 7.
We got a nice little push-up swole
Yeah,
contest.
we're gonna get that
for
up.
the viewers.
Yeah, we definitely. I'm thinking. How about 100 on call? So give me 10. Give me 20. Like,
I like that.
Whenever,
Mid-show,
yeah,
whatever.
whenever type shit. You
Whenever,
feel me?
whatever. I
You
like
say-
that.
One of us saying something the guy don't like. You know what? Give me 20 while I get my take.
Let me get that. You right. Give me that.
Word. But let's talk about how we got to me losing this bet. Game 7. I got a question for both you guys, man.
Yes, sir.
So judging on how last night's game went, what y'all think? Did the Cavs win last night, or did the Celtics lose last night, and why?
I didn't even watch the game, but judging by the box score and what I saw, I feel like the Celtics lost it more than the Cavs won it.
Why?
Because you're playing great D so much throughout the whole playoffs, great coaching and all that. Granted, they have no stars. Can't call Tatum is dead nice.
Up and
He's
coming.
over there.
He's not bad.
He pretty much carried the Celtics throughout the whole playoffs.
I wouldn't go that far, but he played good. He was the most consistent player throughout
Score.
the playoffs. Yeah, definitely.
And so it's like last night, if you have Jeff Green, the second leading scorer with like 20 something
19 points.
19 points?
Yeah, 19 points.
That's bad. And everybody else was below 14.
I mean, they scored 87. Is it? What's your take on it?
You know I've been waiting for this one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say it's a combination of both, but more so the Cavs won, and I think you kind of pointed it out because you said Celtics have no stars. The Cavs do have a star. The Cavs star is who was the difference in the game last night. That's my point. Their star versus your guys when it counted most. My guy came up in the clutch. My guy, he did enough to keep them around. He played the game strategically. He played the game at his pace, and he got the W. I think they won. They won based on how they wanted to win the game before the game started. They didn't win by accident.
I mean, I'm gonna say Boston lost it only because if before the game started you would have said that the Cleveland would have scored 87, LeBron would have had his numbers, and Jeff Green would have been basically the only other guy that did anything of significance. You gotta expect to win that game. Like if you put nothing else, you just tell Brad Stevens, look, y'all only giving up 87 at home. And LeBron's gonna have his 35.
All I need is 90 from
Only how many assists he had? 4 assists.
Yeah.
So he had that's the LeBron game you want. A whole lot of points with a few assists. You feel me? As an opponent, that's what we want from LeBron. LeBron didn't do anything where you're like, damn, there was nothing we can do about it last night. He didn't overwhelm. Is what I'm saying. He did what he does.
That's the pace.
He did what he does. I definitely give him credit for that. But I also feel like he definitely left the opening. He left an opening that Boston, not even towards the end, like towards I think end of the third, beginning of the fourth is where they lost that game. That little run where Cleveland went on, where Boston just couldn't make anything.
Yeah.
They were getting offensive rebounds. They were missing
It was
layups. They were missing
the whole time.
the jump hooks that Marcus Smart was making in the post all playoffs. The jump hooks that
Morris started missing.
Marcus Smart had a bad series though too.
He had a pretty good series.
he got
a lot of key steals, man.
the defensively he made a difference.
They just didn't
Because-
capitalize.
You see, Kyle Korver couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
Kyle Korver couldn't breathe because of Marcus Smart. He completely took him out most of the series, especially at Boston.
I think his efforts don't show up in the stats as much, and
Yeah.
I think that's the same thing with LeBron last night in particular. Last night we gotta give him credit for slowing it down and keeping it at his pace. It's a reason why Boston had 79. He slowed the game down. If he would have tried to,
They shot 34% is what they had 79.
But they
29 for 85.
It was the type of offense they was getting into. They was getting in half courts, and then the first open man is trying to throw something
But
up there.
that's been their strength though. And half court offense has been some like the half court schemes that Brian Stevens run is what got him to this point.
But not playing 1-on-1.
Now
Each player, once they get in their space, they was going 1-on-1.
But that's enough. They got out of character.
That's the players.
0 for 10, Teddy Rozier. 0 for 10, Teddy Rozier.
That goes back to my point. Like they was just they had an opening. Their shot was right there, and they didn't capitalize.
And a lot of hero ball.
A lot
of the players wanted to just put him away.
Jaylen Brown disappeared.
Hey,
although
he did have a load on his hands.
Yeah, I mean, Al Horford showed up, Jason Tatum showed up. That's what happened last night. You feel me? Marcus Morris, had a great first half.
Yeah, nice little quick 7.
He tailed off.
Yeah,
he tailed off towards the end. Yeah, it was tough. I just think if Boston is gonna watch that tape. And they're gonna be sick.
Morris, he had a big 3 and then an air ball, right?
Yeah, right after. Yeah, he got too hyped. He got way too hyped.
He was screaming.
Yeah,
he came right back and thought he had another one. Air ball. Man. That was the rest of his night.
So now let's get.
But hold up, I just gotta get to this Boston stats. 7 for 39. 39 threes. That's not your game. You're out of character. To me, when you're out of character, that's when I say you lose the game. Like, if Boston did what they normally do and they lost, I'd be like, you know what? Shake hands. You did what you normally do and you couldn't do it. But last night, you just out of character. 7 for 39 from 3. 29 for 85. That's 17% from 3. You're not going to win a game like that.
Yeah, but with the up and down of the players that LeBron is playing with, you gotta kind of see it that way. It goes both ways. It does kind of go both ways. Because we didn't know whether it's going to be Jeff Green, Kyle Korver, Tristan Thompson. Who was going to do what last night?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
JR hit some big threes. He had a couple timely threes.
Nervous? No, because I knew LeBron was going to figure it out. I didn't think it was going to be a blowout. I didn't think it was going to be LeBron going crazy.
I didn't think they were going to win by 8 if they would have won.
I thought he would have scored more, but in the same fashion he was scoring.
I think it was either going to be I thought it was going to be a Boston blowout or a Cleveland in a close game. I think as a guy that picked Boston, the longer it went where the game was close, the more it felt like these guys are young. They haven't really been here before, and LeBron's been here too many times. I was waiting for the surge, and the surge never happened. Like Boston never went on that run. It was always on the brink. They'll go up 6. In the beginning, had a little double-digit lead. They was always on the brink, but then they would just start clanking, and then
it felt like that in Cleveland too. Like when they were down 8, when they would get it down to single digits, and they'll get that crucial steal to get it even closer. They just couldn't close. They couldn't seal the deal.
But it was close till the end. Like the leads was going back and forth.
Remember, Cleveland didn't have the lead until the fourth quarter.
But Cleveland kept trying to give them the game, and Boston just wouldn't take it because Cleveland went on a couple droughts where they couldn't get anything going. Yeah. LeBron was missed a couple fadeaways. Yeah, and then that was Boston's chance to put the foot on their neck, and they blew it. Yeah. Because if it was Cleveland's defense, I go, you know what? They clamped down for once. But they played the same defense they've been playing all playoffs, which is mediocre. And you just bailed them out over and over again.
I agree to most of.
But again, this is not me. I'll give LeBron his props for doing what he does. This is what he does. He plays great in Game 7s. Like at this point, we gotta look at it like we have a body of work. Game 7 come around, win or lose, LeBron's gonna play well. So at that point, it's gonna be what else? You gotta look around and what's gonna happen.
What else is gonna happen?
Exactly.
And
right now, all this series proved to me is that if LeBron has any hopes of making it to the finals again, he has to leave Cleveland.
As constituted.
You could have said that last year, though.
As constituted.
Could have said that last year.
You could have said that 2 weeks ago.
Because honestly, imagine if he actually had some help.